Motivated, enthusiastic, emphatic team members create motivated, enthusiastic, emphatic customers. This is crucial. If you want referrals, that's where they come from. And I would sit in the car for 20 minutes beforehand, so nervous. My hands would shake. I would stutter. I didn't know what to tell people. And the more you do it, the more comfortable you become. Get comfortable being uncomfortable. Make some noise for Clint Crowe. All right, Atlanta, you with the fucking business? You know what time it is. My name is Clint. Like he said, I'm one of the hosts of Hustle Up networking event podcast. My bread and butter is with Dylan Peoples over here. We run a residential roofing company in Atlanta called StormRoof Systems. One of the interesting things about roofing is that it's a commoditized product. You can get the same product from me or from Cam, that's right, Built Ford, or from any of these other roofing companies. And what we're trying to promote is our energy. When we're selling, when we're recruiting, when we're working within our team or our customers, we're selling a piece of ourselves, we're enrolling others in our vision. And that's sort of the first topic of the night, the first point to think about, meditate on. Enroll others in your vision. This means promoting that energy. This means living that energy. So if you say that you're going to send somebody a quote before the end of the night, you send that quote before the end of the night. If you say you're going to call somebody back, you call them back. Action trumps everything in the world of entrepreneurship. Action separates those who dream from those who do. As a little bit of a backstory, I got my feet wet in the entrepreneurship world when I was 18. I was a freshman in college. I was actually at Georgia State at the time. I ended up graduating from KSU and saw an opportunity to rent out tables and chairs to fraternities and sororities on Emory's campus, not even my own campus. Started plugging that up. I started slinging the tables and chairs. I became the event plug. Before we knew it, we were renting out tents, and those tents turned from 10 by 10 small festival structures all the way out to 60 by football field size canopy structures, temporary structures. Some of them are insane to look at. The process gets pretty involved. Along the way, I think I was 22 when we hit 7 figures. And now that is an industry that today I want nothing to do with. As we grow and as we evolve, we accept new challenges. And the second point I want to come to is get comfortable being uncomfortable. I think that's probably the crux of entrepreneurship, and even on maybe even a more grand scale, you don't have to be financially successful, wildly financially successful, to think entrepreneurially. You don't have to own a business to think entrepreneurially. Has anybody heard of an intrapreneur? Yeah, can anybody tell me what an intrapreneur is? You. Sanjay.
Entrepreneur is being an entrepreneur in an organization, taking new challenges and trying to really do something different for the organization. It doesn't need to be on your own.
That's right.
The organization needs to kind of have the culture of promoting that kind of opportunity.
I love it. Thank you, Sanjay. So in other words, it means thinking entrepreneurially within your organization. I don't care what spot of life that you're in. If you can adapt a mindset of becoming comfortable, getting uncomfortable, and look, guys, you're already here. Let me get another round. I remember when I started doing this, 18 years old, walking up to the Cobb chamber to promote my business. And I would sit in the car for 20 minutes beforehand, so fucking nervous. My hands would shake. I would stutter. I didn't know what to tell people. And the more you do it, the more comfortable you become. And it starts to engage in almost a flow. And that goes beyond networking. That's anything that you're uncomfortable doing. You have these key moments. We'll call them hyper-focused moments that challenge you. Maybe they're above your skill level. Most recently, it was snowboarding for me. I went down a double black diamond at Snow King Mountain that kicked my ass. But you know what? The more times that I do that and engage in hyper-focus, the more easily it will be to engage in flow. When I reach that flow state, it is a accumulation of all of those moments that were challenging me, and now I'm stepping into it saying I'm prepared and I'm ready. So you want to enroll others in your vision, you want to get comfortable being uncomfortable, find as many opportunities as you can to challenge yourself and engage in hyper-focus. My topic this evening is how to create a motivating culture or a winning culture. And to start it, I want to tell you about the things I did wrong. When I started Elite Event Rental, we had almost an us versus them mentality. We had the guys in the back, let's call them our technicians, and we had the sales guys up front. And it was a very monetary driven business. It was all about the money, even for the guys in the back. These are guys that are working 80, 90-hour work weeks. There was a peak season and an off season. But in those work weeks, you realize that you're exchanging time for money. And you're working these guys so hard, they won't quit. You have to, as a leader, establish firm boundaries. Unfortunately, I pushed those boundaries pretty heavily. And it created a divide between the company. Company culture is something that isn't measurable. It's not tangible. You don't get a report at the end of the month that says, hey, company culture's at 97% today. Good job. That being said, you know it when you see it. Company culture is special. In reality, it starts with the leaders. Culture starts at the top, and leaders are the bottlenecks. Your company culture is a direct. Your company culture shows off your leadership. And in order to lead effectively, you have to serve your team. You have to serve your customers and really adopt a paradigm shift. I think for so many of us, it's easy to get into entrepreneurship, owning a company, real estate, any side hustle for the glam, for the cars. I saw Chris Lowe's Lamborghini out there. I'd be lying if I said I don't want a Lamborghini. And when I started, that was sort of the obsession. I want the car, I want the house, I want the money, I want the power, I want the fame. And what we find along the way is that those things don't necessarily inspire others. Those things don't necessarily prove leadership. And what does? Doing hard things, serving others, investing in others. We started StormRoof almost 3 years ago. We're coming up on our third year. And I felt like all the failures at Elite, and we had lots of wins, don't get me wrong. That was a great company, we did awesome things. But all the failures we made at Elite set us up for prime position on what not to do and what mistakes not to make. We started recruiting heavily, and January 9th, we really got rolling. January 9th, 2018, we really got rolling. Our first year, we did 1.8 million. Last year, we did just shy of 5. I can't call it a true 5, but just shy of 5. And this year, we're on track to do 10. And I think the key difference here, the business model is a little bit different, but the key difference is the team. We're investing in our team. We care about their personal lives. We care about their musical aspirations. We care about their dreams, their goals. And when we sit down, I think something that's really cool to me, we do one-on-ones with everybody on the team. And we get individual attention to our sales team, our admin team, our operations team. Sometimes it's in a group, but most of the time it's one-on-one. And the first thing we ask, what are your goals? What do you want to do in this company? What do you want to do in your life? Where do you want to go? Where do you want to end up? And we immediately start reverse engineering a plan that's going to help these people reach their goals faster. When you give a fuck, give two fucks about your team. I don't even like the word employee. When you give two fucks about your team and genuinely care and help push them toward their dreams and their goals, kick back and watch what happens. Motivated, enthusiastic, emphatic team members create motivated, enthusiastic, emphatic customers. This is crucial. If you want referrals, that's where they come from. You enroll others in your vision, you enroll your team in your vision, you invest in them, and you care. And before you know it, you have something that's intangible and immeasurable, but you know it when you see it. We do company trips a couple times a year, and in reality, it's for hitting sales goals, but we just keep hitting our sales goals. So we gotta party, right? This gives us an opportunity your vibe attracts your tribe. And this gives us an opportunity to get to know these people on a personal level. We work out together, we run together, we party together, we solve problems together, we sell together, we figure it out together. That's how we built a motivating culture. One last thing I want to touch on is your culture stems from your company values. Where are my StormRoof guys at? Woo! Who can sum up what is our company culture?
Hey, closing deals, smashing iron.
Closing deals and smashing some motherfucking iron. We're out here to win, but we're also out here to get better. We're out here to engage in something called Kaizen. I might get this tattooed on my forehead, no joke. Sierra, my girlfriend. Kaizen is a Japanese philosophy of management that means continuous improvement. You don't just get better, you get better at getting better. So back in the 80s, Toyota was struggling as a car manufacturer, like really struggling. They were making shitty cars. And they got their top level managers together, all the plants. They said, you have cars and trucks that you cannot get to break down. You have super reliable vehicles in a powerhouse company called Toyota. We're going to have a stand-up meeting, 10 minutes, and you're going to pick one thing you could do better today. And we're not talking about 1% or 0.1%. That's sort of inevitable. Continuous improvement is about learning where you can improve and committing to that action. We believe in reverse engineering your goals and tracking KPIs, key performance indicators, to hold yourself accountable and to hold your team accountable. And in reality, they hold us accountable too. Guys, thank you. If you have any questions, thank you.